Hi guys, this is Sean from PlayByPause and welcome to our wedding series. This series has been a thing that we always want to create for this platform, PlayByPause. If you have been following our channel for quite a while, you might already know that PlayByPause started off from a very simple ideas to showcase the behind the scene for our wedding company called Pause Studios. In this series, we're going to show the couples and wedding filmmakers like you on how we interact with the couples and of course the wedding tips, tricks, the gear that we use in a real wedding jobs. Wedding day is gonna be a long day. Instead of showing you guys the whole wedding behind the scene, which is gonna be crazy, we decided to make things short and sweet by just showcase the wedding highlights, all the things that we intend to include in the wedding highlights. Before we proceed further, please pause this video and watch the wedding highlights. We'll link it at the corner or in the description below. Hope you guys will enjoy this video and let's jump right in.
Now is 5 a.m. in the morning and we are now in front of the bride house. Some of you guys might already know I'm from Malaysia and we have multiple language and also wedding ceremony in our country. And one of it is Chinese traditional. Just a fast breakdown on the wedding days. So normally Chinese traditional breakdowns in two parts. So the first part will be like preparations, gate crashings, tea ceremony, some praying. So this is the first part. As for second part, normally is a night receptions. And so what happens in the night reception is the couple will enjoy their dinner with their close ones, friends and families, cake cutting, march in, speeches, some games sometimes, and basically enjoy the party for the night time. And that's about it. And hope you guys will enjoy the behind the scene video. Oh yeah, something to keep in mind, this entire behind the scene video might film in, we will speak in English and Mandarin because our couple is Chinese, so Mandarin might be the comfortable language for everyone. So hope you guys will enjoy.
There's no secret that a Chinese traditional wedding normally happens quite early due to a packed schedule and auspicious time. For the wedding filmmaker out there, first tip, get enough sleep the day before. Anyway, I'm now in front of the bride house and first thing first, say hi to everyone. Hello. So what I like to do before the session is just to look around the place and find a safe spot to place my gear. I will then unpack my camera bag and set up my go-to equipments. This way I can focus on my sessions and just grab the equipments whenever I need it. Time management is very important in wedding because there's no take two in the wedding day. Second tips, always keep track on timeline so that you know what's next and you can prepare yourself before the event starts. Right now, the bride is doing her makeup, so I decided to grab some ring detail shots while waiting for her. Next, I'm setting up a drone to do a dry run. I intend to get some established shots or a shots of grooms reaching bride's house. After a fast drone shot, I thought it would be nice to stage a scene of bride picking up her dress. I love the silhouette of the dress against the window. It creates a good contrast between the subject and background. I just think it's visually interesting. Next, I use the same setup to grab another angle of the scene so that I can have a better storytelling. Tip number 3, don't forget to grab some candid moments. Wedding day is about the couples and we should always respect their time and flow. Sometimes, I like to grab my monopod and a longer lens to find a candid moments of the day. By the way, this is TK. He's one of our favorite photographers in Malaysia. As now he's taking some bridal portrait and I will just grab some B-roll shot of the bride when he's guiding the bride. Sometimes B-roll shot might be surprise you because you might able to grab some interesting angles or shots with the help of photographer. It's always good to discuss with the photographer so that we can help each other out without getting each other's way. This will help you build a better relationship with the vendors and create a pleasant experience with the bride. Right now, I attempt to have a fun montage of the bride's expressions since she's a very fun and cheerful lady. This part where we have a lot of fun to do and we have the best laugh, but it's valuable experience for the clients to see a different side of themselves on screen. To provide some context, gate crashing is a ceremonial demonstration of the groom's love and dedication to his bride-to-be. And the groom typically has his entourage of groomsmen to complete the task before fetching her officially from her home. Once we have done with the feature shots, it's time to focus back to the candidates that unfolding outside while the bride's getting ready. Here we can see the bridesmaids getting ready for the gate crashing events. Tip number 4. Grab the bridal party shots when time permits. Before the grooms and groomsmen arrive, you quickly grab the bride and bridesmaids to take some fun shots together. Your client will like to look back and appreciate this moment a lot, because once the event unfolds in full speed, it will be quite difficult to get much time together for a fun moment like this.
所以父母一情似海心，為人女女又後心。今日吉時離時真，永遠記住你哋父母親。
Now the bride fetching ceremony officially begins, and the lady you see reciting auspicious wishes is the lady chaperones, or we call it as Tai Kam Chair. Her role is to guide the happy couples throughout the tradition rituals in the wedding ceremony. The first ritual we see here is the heartwarming one. This short but sweet veil ceremony is where the bride gives thanks to her parents for their love and raising her, and her parents are also giving her daughter their blessing as she will be married off today. And it can turn out very emotional because from today onwards, she will leave the nest to start her own family. I think this is a very touching and important moment. Now is the wedding veil ceremony, and this ceremony is filled with traditional and sometimes superstitious. We are discovering from removing the veil and redoing the act covering the veil multiple times. So it's important to get it right the first time so we don't disrupt our client's tradition. I usually have 1 to 2 second shooters with me to ensure we have multiple angles covered. I also think it's important to keep a good rapport with the camchair, who essentially runs the show of the day. Let her know your requirement and try to negotiate for a better time allowance to get the footage you want. Being cordial is key. Once the veil ceremony is done, we move downstairs to the gate crashing ceremony. Typically 3 to 4 games are played, followed by a declaration of love at the very end and before the grooms enter the bride's room. You must be thinking, surely there's a way to get out of these games. And you are absolutely right. The way to the bridesmaid mercy is through these auspicious red packets. It's traditional for bridesmaids to earn and win over the red packets from the grooms for the gate crashing. And the total amount typically rhymes with the auspicious numbers for good luck. Followed by the declaration of love, the groom will finally enter the room to fetch his bride. To keep these moments as genuine as possible, we place our team at the planned positions so that we can get first impression right. We really love the grand entrance for the groom, by the way, and the cheers coming from the bridesmaids were just on point. After the grand entrance, now the chaperone lady continues to guide the newlywed through this bride fetching process. It starts with a groom kneeling down and passing her his bouquet of love as a gift before they proceed to the tea ceremony. I love these moments a lot because everyone is cheering for them. Next, we move on to the tea ceremony. It's a most traditional and important ceremony for a Chinese traditional wedding, as it's a ritual to introduce your husband or wife to a family officially and get blessing from them. The chaperone lady will recite auspicious words and wishes throughout the ceremony to keep the flow smooth and fun. We're at the end of the ceremony for the bride's side, where her parents are sending her off standing side by side with her. This is another bittersweet moment for the parents because they are going to say goodbye to her as she's leave in the bridal car. Before we head over groom's house, we squeeze in an outdoor sessions at a nearby park. This is one of the time slot that we always use to shoot the bridal party shots, where it involves group portraits, group feature shots, and couple feature shots. Like I have mentioned earlier, the schedule is super packed for a Chinese traditional wedding, and we always need to act quickly. So do research beforehand on where to shoot and have some shot lists in mind. Now the couple shots. To keep things simple, photographer and us agree to shoot the couple shot in front of this villa looking house because we love how the natural light hits softly on their face and the dark brown building in the background gives a dim ambience throughout the scene so that we can create a depth and contrast between the couple and the background. Now we are going to focus on the couple. This is a magical moment where they are more genuine and real and just enjoy the moment together. If things get still, it's important to keep engaging them, talk to them, make them laugh, because it's a lot of pressure to have so many cameras pointing at you. So try to keep them relaxed.
So that's pretty much wrap up Wai-Sin and Casey's weddings day. Thank you so much for watching this behind the scene video, and I hope this video was helpful and give you guys a good insight on how our team film a Chinese traditional weddings. For those who never seen a Chinese traditional wedding, I hope you learn one or two things in this video. As I mentioned earlier, this is going to be a long wedding series in future. So we hope the wedding filmmakers who are interested in this series, please show us support by giving us a like and subscribe our channel. And I promise we're going to create more content like this in future. And as always, create, learn and have fun. And I'll see you guys in the next video.